What is up, guys? This is Mark with the mic, and it's another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Red Cyclone Inc. I'm Mark with the mic. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And there's a lot of wrestling.
There continues to be tons of wrestling.
Man, we had 2 pay-per-views this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah.
There continues to be tons of wrestling.
Yeah, man, we had 2 pay-per-views this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah.
There continues to be what you get Into the Fire.
Yeah, Into the Fire. I watched, and then we had TLC.
Yeah, TLC was all right.
Yeah,
There was some madness going on at the end, but it was all right.
I will say, for the most part, the first 5 matches were great.
That's up until what? Which match?
I think the match that I just didn't care for was the Rusev Lashley,
Yeah, I can see that definitely.
and I felt the women's TLC under the circumstances of what I know happened could
Mm-hmm.
have been better, but a lot of shit happened, and one of them was concussed like most of the fucking match.
I just want to know, isn't there like some type of? Well, hey, can you tell me, Mark? Is there a language barrier between them or something that they couldn't get that
They
settled?
they know enough, like they know the lingo, the wrestling lingo.
Gotcha.
So they give hold spots by the lingo. Everyone knows the lingo,
Okay, gotcha.
and
So
they also I think they're smart enough to feel the match and everything. But I saw when Kairi Sane like got her head bashed, she fell on the concrete on head.
really,
Yeah, I think it was one of the spots where Charlotte threw her to the barricades,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of landing on the mat, she landed head first on the floor.
Wow.
And she was concussed after that, so she was like, probably didn't even know where the fuck she was at, so she just kept going with stuff.
Wow.
And then if you notice towards the ending of the match that when Becky knew she was like fully concussed, she pushed her under the ring to stay under the ring.
Huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's when they finished the match, and that's what the big ladder match. The ladder went up, and then she had the string on it, and she pulled it. Kairi Sane was
Okay.
under the ring for that.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
So, like,
Man.
knowing what happened in that match, like, I'll give it more credit than it was, because for the most part, I thought the match wasn't that bad. It's just, like, it was a shit show a bit. It was a bit of a shit show, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely not one of my favorite parts of that evening.
Yeah, so we will be going through our review of TLC, our review of Into the Fire, the Weekend Wrestling, and I'll start you guys up for some news with Edge. Might be signing a new contract for WWE to wrestle in ring.
Really? Okay. So what's he gonna be, like a legend or something?
I guess he's going to come back as a competitor. Roy Rumble's
Really?
right around the corner. We always have surprises.
He's just gonna come back as a regular, like. But how long is he gonna be there?
I think it's WrestleMania.
I get you. Yeah, 'cause that's right. Usually some cool stuff does happen around
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Okay.
And Edge, I feel like he didn't get to like leave on his own terms.
Okay, I understand.
So I could feel reason why him wanting to come back and take care of this.
I can definitely understand that. But hey, listen, if he got the same doctors as Daniel Bryan,
Yeah.
hey.
And he was out for a lot longer. He just has to get back into like ring shape and just feel how it is. If he could get back and to like a main event status kind of caliber, he's a talent that you kind of want to have.
I know. And lots of people miss Edge.
Again, like I feel like he just never got a chance to go on his own terms. So I guess this will be the way for him to leave on his own terms.
Got you. Okay.
He better have
Good enough.
Metalingus to play though.
Why does he have to get a new song if he comes back?
I hope not.
Okay. All right.
I think that song should be with him for the rest of his life. Like when
Well, I think the band probably thinks the same thing because they see them checks.
Yeah, right. And they're friends too. Like they actually did the whole thing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be like when he passes away and they bring him to
They
the
play the
funeral.
funeral.
On this day, I think clearly.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So we get into WWE TLC 2019. It was last Sunday. I did watch the whole thing. I was sick in fucking bed watching the whole thing.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I didn't get to see the entire thing, obviously, because of work. But
Yeah,
I had a very enjoyable time watching the pre-show.
yeah.
I must admit that it was really good.
So first match is the kickoff match. Andrade versus Humberto.
Again, this was the first of their matches, right?
Second,
Oh shit. Yeah.
because they fought
Well,
on Raw first.
yeah. All right. So this is me trying to catch up with them fighting over and over again, which kind of gets into my problems like that. But I'm glad they had it. It was actually a really good match. Like, I think this was the match that kind of like slapped Humberto into that a different gear,
Yeah,
because if you noticed on Raw when he fought against Ricochet, he was actually kind of heelish.
yeah,
So, all right, props to Andrade for it.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
thought
before he
this.
killed him on Raw.
Yeah, I thought
It was a
this was
good
a great
match.
match. I thought this was a fantastic way to show their athleticism. They did a really good job in changing the matchup a little bit than the one that we saw on Raw. So I
Mm,
respect when they do that. If you're gonna have two matches in the same period of time, at least make it look different. That's one thing that I always gave Buddy Murphy and Ali credit. When every time they fought differently.
yeah, and Ali and Cedric as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed the match. I give it a 4.
Yeah, me too. I give it a 4. Definitely one of like the most enjoyable parts of the evening for me too.
I really hope they don't pick Selena and Andrade up.
I think it's a tactical thing.
I hope so. Don't break them up.
Yeah, yeah, they've been really good. But I want them to get some belts, some titles. No, belts, 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 belts. We'll go into that.
So you know what's funny? Um, yeah, like I was telling you this before the cast. I kind of want them for the like in the same branch of the IC title, not the US title. So why would Andrade and Roberto want the US title? They're not American.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense for when you put it in that light.
The
Yeah.
Intercontinental makes more sense for them.
Hmm.
Anyway, move it on. Move it on. Move it on. First match of the night of TLC was, I think, one of my matches of the night. I knew that, you know what? This was a mistake for them putting them right in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, true enough.
Because they were going
I
to
agree.
steal the show no matter what.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, ladder match. The
Hmm.
New Day versus the Revival.
Awesome match, man. Really, really good.
Man, there's not enough I could say about New Day and the Revival. We've been fans for years for them. You know how I feel about the New Day and how you feel about the New Day and everything like that. So it's matches like this when you start them off and shit like that, and them stealing the show and like, all right, bet you want to go put it on first. All right, we're gonna make your whole night hard then.
Yes, yeah. Kofi was so on point though.
Yeah, that fucking flip over the ladder was actually pretty dope.
But it just, yes, that was an awesome part. But when he was on one foot teetering on the rope
Yeah,
and his other arms on the member of the Revival, and he got into that tornado DDT, I was like, get the fuck out of
that
here.
was beautiful.
Awesome.
I like the fact that they're showing. This is something I have for Monday night for SmackDown as well.
Mhm.
Last week's SmackDown was the fact that they put Kofi in the lead
Yeah.
because Roman wasn't there, and so it makes a lot of sense to putting the New Day up back into that big babyface role because that's what they are.
That's true. But they're so good at it. So
This
that's why
match
it
was
works.
fantastic. I'll definitely watch this match. Has some crazy ass spots. Biggie doing his finisher off the ladder was fucking beautiful.
Mhm. That's true.
And I was like, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn.
He hit Wilder with the perfect spear through the ropes too.
Yeah, man. He scares me every time he fucking does that.
Yes, he
man.
does. Yes, he does.
It's just like, don't die, Biggie. We lost one. You don't need to lose you too.
True story.
Speedy recovery, Xavier. Speedy recovery.
Yep.
I give this match a 5.
I give it a 5 too.
Like, this one and the next match, I think were the show stealers. Like, period.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was going to be better than that.
Very, very much tied for me for match of the night with the next match. Yeah.
Yeah. So, next match is Buddy Murphy versus Alex Black.
So good. They
Yeah.
keep telling you how good they are.
Yeah.
They don't listen.
We highlight these guys all the time. We've been saying how much we love these guys. Fucking the beginning of the beginning of this year with Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. His stuff with Ali, his stuff with Cedric. Like we knew Buddy Murphy was the fucking truth. Me, even before 205, I've seen him fight Nakamura in the house show in NXT, and that match was fantastic.
Gotcha.
So Buddy Murphy has a bright future. He has to, I think, find himself on the mic a bit more, or just don't overproduce his mic.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think you'll be fine with him.
That's true.
Nope. Alexa Black's costume looked like he shattered himself.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. He looked like he had some serious dookie last on that night. I don't even understand who told him to do that.
Yeah.
That shit had me die. It did like that. That was an actual distraction during the match. It should have been, but you know what? Still got the juvenile mind.
Hey, Dookie. Yeah, I said the same shit to me. I was like, "Yo, he looked like he took a shit." I'm like, "What? Who chose that green for you?"
Yeah, who? No bueno.
Anyway, the match. Honestly, the costumes aside, the match was fucking fantastic.
I will say I had to give a big question mark to commentary and whoever was producing in the back, like not letting them mention the fact that his nose was bleeding.
Yeah,
because it took me, it put me into a mode where I was paying attention to what they were saying more than the match. And I'm like, why does the king only want to make his sense? That's not good.
Yeah,
that just had me like, they trying to. You had Samoa Joe trying to go on and on about his jaw, and you see the story of the match was supposed to be, I guess, his jaw.
Yeah,
but he got his nose busted. Thankfully, they said it wasn't broken, which is like, that sucks. Nobody wants a broken nose.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't talk about it, and it was just a glaring thing. I'm like, stop that.
That's not on the match itself. It's a conversation.
No. But again, commentary, you got to take it as a whole. Like, you guys, what's up with that?
But the fast pace, the heavy kicking, I think both guys. I think this was like a straight out kicking match.
Yeah, it was more martial arts than anything.
Yeah, I think the spots were fantastic.
You had your basically your hand to hand like choreography towards the end of the match.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would love to see this match again. I think they're not over with each other just yet. I hope they don't put them in a tag match, because they have a feeling they usually do this thing when they have a hot rivalry, and then like, you know what, they're gonna be a tag team now.
Or they'll do something stupid like they did with AJ and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. Can't let that go.
Yeah.
So, again, I give the match a 5. Tie for my match of the night. What about you, Mur?
Give it a 5. Straight up 5. Like that match was fantastic. That was one of my matches of the night. There's not a lot, like, there's more I could say about this match, but like most of the spots, how he caught the black mass and everything, it felt natural. It felt great. And
it was cool when he took the vest.
Yeah.
And then apparently he threw it and it hit King in the face.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Oh god.
I'll give it a 5. Actually, I think that was my match of the week, to be honest with you. That and the ladder match, like, I can't say which one I like better.
I would say that, but if of this week or last week, because
well, TLC was last Sunday, so it would be this week.
Yeah, I could see that, but like, I like the women's match from NXT too much.
Yeah, I liked that match too. So it'll be a 3-way tie.
That was a hell of a
match. We got the next match. 3 Raw Tag Team Championship match. Open challenge, Viking Raiders and the OC.
And it was all right. The match itself was okay. What's up with KFC? You know the table. You know it was coming. There's no way you can have something like that and somebody's not going through that table of food. Once again, stop wasting food,
man. Like what WWE is thinking about? Like, oh, we don't have the fans sit up front near the ring.
Turns out somebody found out one of those guys was a wrestler that wrestled on last week's 205.
Yeah.
So it was like you can't even disguise it. Get somebody that wasn't on TV. God
Yeah.
damn it.
I was like, why are you gonna bring your fans right into the ringside like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
dangerous. It was a solid. It was okay match.
That's a common thing. A thing recently,
Yeah,
and that NXT is getting creative with the fan use by having plants sit there
yeah,
and take spots. They did it this week as well,
yeah.
and I guess Raw is trying to get in on the action.
Like, oh, we
Yeah,
could do
that's
that
cool.
too. Just don't use the same
But
people.
yeah, basically.
I give it a
But
three.
anyway, yeah, I would give it a 3.5. It was all right. I was just mad about the ending. That
Yeah,
really pissed me off. I would have like they're trying to build a rivalry between the two, but I would feel it more if they had a conclusive end to the match.
yeah. I agree.
Like, and also it didn't make sense.
Yeah,
So I understand that the rules are at the referee's discretion, but apparently, what which one is the big one? I know his name is Hanson, but what's his name when
Eric,
Eric,
Alec, or
right?
something like that. Yeah,
No, Ivar.
Ivar. Yeah,
So Ivar was in the ring. The ref was at like 9. He jumps out instead of restarting the count. The ref just keeps going.
yeah. He's
And
supposed
like,
to stop the count.
yeah, he's supposed to stop the count and restart.
Yeah, if he goes in and goes out, he's supposed to restart the count.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm giving it 3.
That's about it. Yeah, I give it 3. 3.5.
Next match, I was actually surprised this match was in the middle of the card. I thought this would be the last match. I honestly felt like the Wyatt and Miz match should have closed out the show.
I agree with that.
Just the ending of that match, like it felt like something that should have ended the show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, match number 4 was Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin in the TLC match.
I thought the match was fine.
The match was
Not
really good.
not neither one of their best matches. I think the match between Roman Reigns and Robert Roode, and also the one with Dolph Ziggler, was actually better than this.
Yeah, I thought the match was good. It was hard hitting, had his big spots. I kind of got annoyed at the fact that Roman had no one to come out and help him, even though he just teamed with the New Day. He just teamed with the New Day. Yeah, Shorty G and Ali kind of taking your back, and none of them could have come out and help you.
What about your friend?
But also, I don't like when they do TLC matches when it's not for something.
I don't like when. No. It had to be like some type of grudge match situation because of what they did to him.
But that could easily be like a chairs match or something, and it didn't have to be a TLC.
Well, what did they have hanging?
Nothing.
There was no contract.
Exactly. Like I feel like TLC matches should be for title matches or like fucking money match or put his crown up on the fucking thing.
All right. You know what? You got a point.
Yeah, like I feel like TLC matches have to be for something. It can't just be a straight out fight. Just make it a hardcore match and there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my thing. I give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I would give it a 3.5. But again, like I said, I felt it wasn't as good as the matches I saw earlier the other week.
Yeah.
That past Friday, for example, with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
That was about it. And again, yeah, it didn't feel like, because of the placing, it didn't feel like it was that big of a deal. It kind of felt like a SmackDown match.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though there was stuff involved, it didn't feel that big.
So the next match, match number 5, is The Miz versus Bray Wyatt.
I thought it was a cool match.
I loved the story aspect of it.
Yep.
I thought
like it was
everything.
not. I'll be honest and say no. You can't go and say rated on stars and whatnot. But for a continuation of a story, it was very high up there.
So
I appreciate.
For considering what the match was, like it was a straight out story match, I give it a 4.5. Like it told the story perfectly. It had a great ending. And what Bray Wyatt did when he came out to the ring and fucking he was just so excited to be there and shit. I love that.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted was for like them to be separate personalities for real. So I like the way he made the difference between the two.
Yeah.
So it was good.
My only thing with this match is I felt like it should have closed.
Yeah. It would have made more sense.
That Daniel Bryan moment with the front crowd going crazy with yes at the end of that match, I think that's the way you should have ended it.
And that killed the momentum, yeah.
Yeah, because there was not going to be... Everyone lost the energy of saying yes after this, and then you give us Bobby Lashley and Rusev.
Yeah, no. No bueno.
So I give this a 4.5 just because story. Like I loved every aspect of it. I love how aggressive the Miz was. Like
Mm-hmm.
they did everything right with this match, and I'm fine with the Miz being in this picture. I'm fine with the whole Daniel Bryan shaved head that looks like 2009 Daniel Bryan. Just more wrinkles. He is
A
older.
little bit, but they showed a picture. It was like he doesn't really look that much older.
Nah, he's just skinnier.
He looks like Chris Evans, but shorter.
Yeah, like his face is skinnier.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But he looks like Chris Evans. I was like, they wanted to do a Captain America thing with him. They could.
But I did like the aspect, and again, I 100% loved the way Bray Wyatt came out with the title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true that. True that.
Like he was just going with the crowd, like yeah, I love that. Next match, Rusev versus Lashley in a tables match.
It was all right. Again, it wasn't as good as the Bobby Lashley Braun Strowman match. It was just like it just was very underwhelming. I will say that spot where fucking Rusev went through the damn gate. Oh, that had to suck.
Yeah,
because that shit was a metal gate.
Yeah.
Rusev is heavy, but he is not made out of steel. That shit had to hurt the motherfucker.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I give this match a 3.
Yeah, I give it a 3. Nothing special.
You saw how it was gonna. You kind of saw how it was gonna end.
Mm-hmm.
Like they made it pretty obvious in how it was gonna go, and like you could do better with that. Last match, main event TLC for the women's tag team championship match, the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte and Becky.
I will admit I didn't actually see this match. I didn't want to watch it.
Okay.
Because I did not want to see Kairi Sane get hurt. Because
So
I heard about it before I saw it,
yeah.
and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this shit.
So my main thing in my notes, I put like the match was kind of a clusterfuck. It was a good match, but for the most part of Kairi Sane being concussed early in this match, you could see her work. Like it's very slow, very sloppy, and that wasn't on her. She landed on her fucking head. You can't really do much to take care of that.
The thing about it too, that wasn't really somebody's fault. That's just an accident.
It happens. Yeah.
But it's like, you don't want to see that shit.
And after that, they took care. They try to protect each other as much as they can. Like highlights to Becky, as much as people talk shit and all this shit, Becky kind of saved her. She put her under the ring so she could stop wrestling. And had Asuka take over the match in that sense.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see her get powerbombed.
So my biggest shit with this match is Charlotte. Charlotte does not sell.
Wow. Okay.
She sells when she wants to sell, but she gets right back up in 5 seconds.
Gotcha.
She does not sell shit, and right now is becoming a more endurant, like more of a thing. As in every single match I have been watching her wrestle, it's the same thing, and it's becoming like Super Charlotte. And when she don't sell shit, and it kind of annoys me after a while.
Gotcha.
One of the highlights I'll give this match, and I think it was probably the smartest thing they did, was they tied Becky to the ladder.
Yeah, I did see that.
That shit was hilarious, and I was like, yo, that's actually pretty fucking smart. But
Makes
the fact that Charlotte didn't sell anything, so they kind of went, and we just went to the side, and she untied her, and she got out.
Oh man.
But other than that, the match was okay. Like it had a good spot. It had some good spots. Them keeping the rope on, and Asuka pulling the ladder from Becky from capturing the titles was a cool spot. Asuka climbs up, she wins the titles, and your winner, the Kabuki Warriors.
Nice.
I gave it a 3.5.
Okay.
It was sloppy. It was very sloppy, but I think they tried their best to make the most out of the circumstances. So I liked it.
So what pay-per-view overall?
Paper, I give it a 4.
Yeah, I would give it like a B.
Yeah. It's like a solid B, not a B plus, but a solid B. Honestly, you could watch the first 3 matches and you could call it a night there.
Yeah, I definitely. That's mostly what I agree with. Like it was very front loaded.
Yeah.
So
and also the Bray and Miz. I really appreciate that match for what it was.
Yes, but I still think it should have ended
Should end the
Yes.
night. So, yeah, that's our TLC review. This is our opinion, and honestly, if you have an opinion, please comment on us and let us know what you thought about the TLC if you get to watch it and see
That's
what it's all about.
that's a very helpful thing to know. Just what does the rest of the world think?
It's tough, especially it's tough when someone is injured and you have to kind of cover it in a way without it making it obvious.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so I give them credit for what they did though.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, next match. So, want to go into the fire?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next pay per view we're gonna review is into the NWA Into the Fire. It aired Saturday last week. I finally watched it on Thursday.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't have the Fight TV app, so I get to see it.
Watch wrestling.uno, wherever the fuck so I use that. The Fight TV is not a network. It's like a app that you could buy pay per views on.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so you could buy the pay per view and watch it on there.
gotcha. I thought it was like a channel or something.
Nah,
Okay,
it's an app. It was like $20. It wasn't that expensive pay per view either. It wasn't.
okay, it makes sense. It was like an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
it was,
I get that.
Oh no, the pay per view itself was like almost 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'll go through it. Where's my notes? So, the first match of the night of the NWA Into the Fire was Eli Drake versus Anderson.
Okay,
I'm not the biggest fan of Anderson.
okay, gotcha.
I don't think he's that good.
Hmm.
The match was okay. It had some good hits. It had some good story elements. So I give it a 3.
Mm-hmm.
The next match was Thunder Rosa versus the PR. I forgot her name. I just called her the PR chick because I didn't know her name. It was a Puerto Rican girl that just debuted.
Oh, there was actually another person that debuted. Okay.
Yeah. It was a solid, very fast. It was a fast match, but it wasn't as crisp as it should be. So I gave it a 2. You had the question mark versus Murdoch. That was actually a fun match.
Okay.
I think they
Okay.
worked pretty well together. A very old school style. Felt like watching like Ivlov Volkov versus like Greg the Hammer Valentine kind of shit.
Really?
It was like a very old school feel. But it was a fun match, and the mark is just extremely over.
Yes.
So I'll give that one a 3. NWA tag match, Rock and Roll Express versus Wild Cards. I gave that a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Melina and Marty Bell versus Ashley and OTB.
Oh wait,
ODB.
okay.
It's ODB, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Older.
See, I didn't actually get to see. Okay. Go ahead.
They tag teamed. It was alright. It was kind of sloppy. It was very Molina. He hasn't wrestled in a long time, so. But
Gotcha.
it was good. It was fun. Give it 2 stars.
Mm-hmm.
National championship match. Ricky Starks versus I keep calling him Sandow, but Aaron Stevens
Okay.
and Coco Cabana. I gave that one a 4. It was one of my favorite matches of this show. Your new champion, national champion, the 3rd degree,
Oh my God, that shit is so good.
Aaron Stevens. And then you close out the match, the show with the NWA 12 pounds of gold match.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Atlas versus James Gunn. I think that was easily the match of the night.
Oh, James Storm, right?
James Storm, yeah. I keep
Okay.
James Gunn. Who's the fuck? James Gunn is the fucking director. James Storm.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, he wrestling? Uh-oh.
Yeah, he wrestling. He got Dave Bautista behind him. I give this a 4.5. It was a really solid match. Really, again, old school style, like that. Big surprise in the end with Marty Scurll debuting for NWA. He is signed for NWA for a little bit, so you're gonna see some rivalries and stuff like that heated up with that. Anything after that, we'll go into our weekend wrestling where we start talking about all the shows that came up, and we'll talk about that after this.
Yep.
So,
So,
overall,
like-
it was a B.
Okay.
Solid B pay per view. Like, it has good matches. It has some matches that could have been better. They actually all had theme music this time around.
Oh, nice. I saw they put up a video for something like it was called All NWA themes or something like that. So
Yeah.
I guess they have them. Wow, for you to watch them. Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
so it was pretty cool. It was a good pay per view. I really enjoyed it.
cool.
So going into Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Raw. Note that is recorded twice. So they did record 2 shows this night. So I actually think I give a lot of credit that I think the whole Gauntlet match they did for the U.S. title was very
Okay.
smart in their favor.
So why you say that? What they recorded?
So so they recorded for the Christmas for this week. So it's a pre-recorded show on Monday.
So what's the Gauntlet match got to do with that?
So
Like they
I
got
feel like they use their guys smartly with having to do 2 shows at once. So you got more of the United States title picture with
Okay.
one show, and then the next show is going to be a whole different storyline.
Well, I know it's supposed to. Is it going to continue that storyline?
Well, it's supposed to continue with the. I think no, it's Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins for the U.S. title.
Yeah, he took the spot for himself.
Yeah, but I actually liked the Gauntlet match. I kind of wish it ended in a way that we actually had a winner.
That's what my only downside of the whole thing was. Like, that's kind of counterproductive to Andrade's character.
Yeah.
Like, I get he would beat the guy up, but he would also get in the ring and take the pin.
Yeah.
I mean, take the count out.
Yeah.
So he could continue to get the belt. Like, that's his whole MO.
Yeah.
So that's like the one thing I was like, it was good.
Yeah.
But Andrade wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right?
So we kicked off Raw with the Seth Rollins promo. It was a solid promo, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. I liked it.
Telling a story and everything like that. I like the fact that Kevin Owens is still nowhere to be found, so keep it that way. Slow build that to Royal Rumble, man. You got a good build to Royal Rumble, which I actually think that he's gonna return like this Monday or next Monday. To be honest with you,
let him stay. Don't come back.
No, I want a slow build. I actually feel that Seth Rollins is gonna win the U.S. title.
I wouldn't mind it. It'd give him more validity to being an asshole.
Because supposedly they're supposed to change the title design soon.
Oh, I did see that pop up on my phone, but like him winning the title just gives him more validity. Like, he just came in, bullied his way to the picture, and then took the belt. Like, all right, keep going.
Because Brock Lesnar's nowhere to be found.
This is true. Yeah. I listen to Corey Graves' podcast, and we can say this for later, but I got to say, people need to stop sucking Brock Lesnar's dick. Cool. This man, you cannot keep bringing up the old champions thing. Like, listen, it's 2019. People get ADD. People can't. You forget about people when they're not there.
Yeah.
So why the hell can't you at least have him have like a little vignette or something, like him show his face? It's like the champion doesn't have to wrestle, but your presence needs to be felt.
Yeah.
And the fact that you think every time Brock's around, you have to have Paul Heyman do a 5, 10, 15-minute little thing. He just has to say something.
Yeah.
He just make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, just weeks and weeks without nothing. It's like, who the hell is your champ? Seth Rollins? Yeah. How come he doesn't have a belt? So yeah, they need to fix that part.
Yeah. So we had Viking Raiders versus the Club again. I actually liked this match because it was a bit more of a good build between them two, and it actually is going to lead to something. So I give that one credit. Lana Lashley shit, I kind of wanted to shoot myself in the head about.
I thought it was hilarious. Like, this is like the one part of the whole thing I thought was actually funny. Yeah. Because of how ridiculous her character has gotten.
Yeah.
I want you to propose to me. Like, what?
Yeah.
Man, she think that shit is made out of gold. She really does.
Yeah. I just shout out to Sal the Drunk Yeti. He just joined the chat. Says, "What's up, dude?"
Chillin', man. Hey.
And then it was. I understand where they're going with it. I'm just tired of it, to be honest with you.
It's not good. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's good. You kidding me?
Yeah. So I think one of my favorite highlights of the show was the U.S. title number contender gauntlet match. You had R-Truth versus Tawazawa, which was surprisingly really well.
People need to stop sleeping on Tozawa.
Yeah. Ricochet, I think, is the one that took out Tozawa.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Matt Hardy.
Wait, hold on. That was my match segment whatever of the night. Tozawa versus Ricochet was insane.
That was really good.
Like that needs to be a thing. They
Yeah.
like if you want to establish how strong the field is, they did a good job with that.
Yeah.
So Tozawa showed his fucking ass off, man.
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, Ricochet lasted 37 minutes in this effort throughout the whole gauntlet match. Him and Matt Hardy had some really good spots as well, and then him and Humberto. I think Humberto kind of worked a bit, like you said, a bit more heel in this one.
Mm-hmm. He really did. He was like vicious.
And then you had Andrade last, and Andrade was like, you know what? Fuck you, I want to kill you.
Yep.
And DDT'd him on the fucking concrete.
R.I.P. Humberto.
He's like, fuck your face and your dimples. And then Rey Mysterio comes out with the save for Humberto, and then Seth Rollins comes out, returns the pipe, beats him up, curb stomp. At least you got a good story building right there.
Yeah, he said you owe me one, and then immediately cast it in. Yeah. What an asshole!
And one of my highlights of this Raw was Asuka's match. She fought that Peraza.
Very good.
Yeah. This is the Asuka I want to see more.
Mm-hmm.
She was
this
dominant.
was a match. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, she was dominant. She was cocky, and she went to hurt the person, not just like trying to get away. This is the way her heel is supposed to be acting like. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Lesnar, and honestly, I say Asuka's the female Samoa Joe.
Yeah, I can see that.
Losing, you can't have her lose all the time.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, but
and I like Becky's promo.
Yeah, I like Becky's promo a lot too.
As it pertains to Asuka, like she was basically saying, she's she's my white whale.
She's the only one that has beat Becky Lynch during the whole demand run.
Mm-hmm.
Clean.
And then they just kind of had to gloss over it, though.
At least Becky mentioned it. At least Becky mentioned it in the promo. At least she said straight out in the promo. So I think she did everyone's job and showcasing that they did have a match, and she beat her.
At least she didn't forget.
Yeah, she didn't forget, and she wants to beat her up for it. Good promo, by the way. Orton versus AJ closed out the show.
I love that. I love how something about pissed off Uncle Alan just makes me laugh.
So this is my only thing that I have with the RKO spot. I hate, and this is something that it gets to me, or AJ Styles is going for the phenomenal forearm.
Yes.
Why is he ready to take an RKO when he's supposed to be going for the phenomenal forearm?
Exactly.
That bothers me. That is like, at least move your arm that you're gonna go for it and then get caught. Yeah,
that's the one thing is like, there's some times when you can't tell, but when it's coming, you can see it. It's like, but the other ones are so good.
Yeah, and this was my issue at WrestleMania too when they fought, is when he did the fake and then he went for the RKO and was hurt by him landing on his back, and then he did the 450 on him.
True that.
That shit annoyed the shit out of me too. It's like, you do this RKO all the time. You should not hurt your back like that.
It gave out on him, man. Yeah, back spasm.
It's like, other than that, Raw was solid. I gave it an A-.
Yeah.
Good show.
Like I said, I give it a B+. There was some things that still, like, they need to change.
Yeah.
But, like you said, they had to do 2 shows, so I'm sure they were.
I think the gauntlet match was the strong suit of the show. Like, it took most of the day. It took most of the 3 hours, and it was an amazing match.
It was really good.
So I'll give them that credit with that. NXT. Well, we could talk about NWA Power because that's right between NXT. NWA Power was a long episode.
Yeah, but it was like 15 minutes extra.
Yeah, it felt really long this week.
Like you said, it was a lot of story stuff, but oh my god, that promo in the beginning where he established himself as the NWA third degree champion. Oh my god. He said Harley Race, Ric Flair, nah, I'm better than all of them because I'm third degree. Yeah. he's the thing about his character is kind of hard to really hate him because he doesn't lie to you. He said I've been taking karate for like a month. He said already. Heard at the end of the whole thing when he said to Cole Cabana, he said, "Listen, if you want to be nice to the question mark and you want to pay him $29.95, he too can teach you karate." And then he karate,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, they work so well off of each other. It's so hard to get upset, even if you didn't like him. Like that's a
Yeah.
level of dedication, dude. Like, damn, that shit is good.
That was a good one.
Like that's some of my like promo stuff for the week. Like I don't need a super serious guy. If you could show the work, and he never broke character, everything he said made sense. He didn't lie to you. It was just like he played off of his character that was with him. He played off the guy who was against him. Like he so good. So good.
Right.
Underrated that he is.
Yeah. Then we had Thunder Rosa come out.
Oh man, and she was pretty good too. Like I like the shit she was saying. Like I don't understand it, but the way she shuts the crowd made me laugh.
Yeah. Then you had
Do you know
her,
why they were pissed at Marty Bell?
because she wasn't out there with them.
Did they have like an explanation for what it was that she was doing, or like is that part of the mystery?
That's part of the mystery. Like
Okay.
she was like, "Oh, you were supposed to be out here for a certain time," and then she was like, "Oh no, I was doing this. You didn't tell me nothing." And blah blah blah.
Okay, got you.
You had Ziggy Dice.
Oh my god, that guy. Do you know him?
I have never seen him in my life, and I'm glad I haven't.
Oh, he made me laugh. That shit was wild.
What was that? Outlandish.
Outlandish.
Outlandish. Ziggy Dice. This, so they actually made. So they pretty much are doing a television championship tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So
Cool
the rules of the matches is that there's a time limit of 6:05, 6 minutes and 5 seconds. If you get the thing, the TBS airing is 6:05.
Yes.
So,
okay. That was cool. I like that.
I didn't know C.W. Anderson is still wrestling.
And yeah, that was one of the things that made me go, "Oh shit, that's pretty cool."
I remember you from ECW. You sucked then. Oh, like my bad, but yeah, you weren't that great then. You're great now. I have no clue.
Yeah, he's again for the style of that show. Everybody played their part really well.
Yes.
So again, I had fun with that. That was like a pretty cool segment.
Yeah.
I didn't know who most of those guys were, like on a level of, hey, I want to see you wrestle.
Yeah.
And Mr. Outlandish made me want to see him wrestle again. So good job.
Outlandish. Ziggy Dice. Anyway, Ziggy Dice actually wins the match, and I guess.
So he advances.
I guess I don't know. They didn't really mention what he did.
Into whatever the next round.
Yeah. So we got into the Dawson said James Storm was right. There's a conspiracy and with the wild cards and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the review, there's a lot of shit that went on with the whole thing.
Got you.
What else? March Scroll comes out into promo.
Yeah, but I know. Okay, so the pre-recorded part was from the night before, right? And what they do, have him come out and talk to Stu Bennett.
Yeah.
Got you. That was like empty audience though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they also announced every person that was going to be part of the television championship match.
Yes. Okay.
So then you had the Rock and Roll Express. They defeated Zach Mosley and Sean Sims in a really fast match. I don't really cared about that.
Yeah, just whatever. Hey, we're
the
here.
Wild Cards defeated the Dawsons. They kind of built that throughout the show.
That was a pretty good match.
That was pretty good.
Like that, it had a lot of character in that match. And I liked it.
And then one of the big things they announced was the competitors for the television championship tournament that are starting next week. Yeah, Ziggy Dice, Outlandish, Ziggy Dice, Ricky Stark, Cole Cabana, Cably Conley, Trevor Murdoch, The Question Mark, Eddie Kingston, Tim Storm, the Dawsons, and Nick Atlas are all going to be part of the television championship tournament. Yes. And then Nick Atlas had the balls to talk mad shit to Ricky Stark right in front of his face.
He was right there. Like, he was standing there right next to him. That shit was hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, that was... Okay, now, for me, that's where I signed off because I think I had to go sleep. I forgot to go back to it. So, was that the end of the show?
And then they had a little thing in the middle of the ring with Tony Storm and with Tony Storm and Nick Atlas. They kind of like did a whole thing that Carmel came out, was yelling at Nick Atlas, and then she speared Tony Storm.
Oh, really?
And then they have like a whole group now of.
So what? Who's it now? Is
It's the wild ones and yeah, the wild ones.
the wild cards?
Yeah, the wild cards.
Okay, I got you.
And then you had a no DQ match of Eli Drake versus Kenny Anderson.
I did not see.
Eli Drake won the match. It was a solid match, a solid babyface crowd, whatnot, and we went on from there. It was a long show.
Gotcha.
Surprisingly long show, but it was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
give it a B plus.
For me, yeah, it was a B plus for me. God, again, now it's just such a good show for me because it just gives me something that's completely different.
Yeah.
But it's polished different. You know what I mean? It's not full of mistakes and full of fucking what was that? It's like either you like it or you don't, but you can still respect it.
Yeah, I agree.
Which when it comes to a lot of, and I don't want to talk shit, but when it comes to AEW nowadays, it's like you could talk shit because some of the stuff it just ain't good.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
You hear a lot of it when we get to that. So NXT will go first. NXT is usually the week, the best show of the week. Usually is the best thing that's going on today. You start off right away with no commercials at all. Adam Cole versus Finn Balor.
Such a good match, dude. What a banger.
It was an amazing match. It ended really well, and it brought back one of the biggest baby faces of NXT, Johnny Gargano.
Mm-hmm. I'm still mad he didn't win. I don't care.
I'm fine with that also.
I'm always mad when he don't win.
But it was really good. A really good match, really solid. Very good, solid work. I love seeing like technician Balor into play.
And you see, he confirms he uses the what is it, the super, was it 1914? Is that?
Yeah.
So now he does that to finish the match.
Yeah.
Like completely, because before he did win the 3-way with the coup de grace.
But the way he did it was vicious.
I know.
Yeah, he don't do it playing coup de grace. He's gonna do it and land on your head and shit. You had Killian Dane versus Damian Priest, which was a solid, aggressive match. It was pretty fucking solid match.
Yeah.
I liked that match a lot. Cameron Grimes versus Kushida, another really good match.
Dude, Cameron Grimes, people need to stop sleeping on him. That dude is really good.
He picked up the win, right?
Yeah, he did win. And he got his hat back.
Yeah.
Don't take his hat.
He's going to steal his hat again. Io Shirai versus Santana Garnett, which I thought was a great match also. Having these competitive enhanced matches, I think, are better than having just a straight-out job. Like, I understand the job match, but after a while, the job match should become a bit more enhanced. Like, all right, seeing that you won 5 of the job matches, we're going to start putting more talent towards you to fight.
Yes.
So, seeing Io Shirai is always great. I love her theme. I love her style, and I thought this was a great match.
I thought it was a good showcase for both. Like, if you'd never seen him before and you saw Santana Garnett in this match, like, holy shit, who's that?
And I also saw what I wrote was that they do have chemistry. They have worked before together in Japan and everything, so they have a certain style together.
Oh, that makes even more sense.
Yes. Yeah, Pete Dunne versus Travis Banks and the Kiwi Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw.
That was a fucking amazing match, though.
That was really good. Like,
again, he's not a normal part of the brand. That was a hell of a, I'll say, second impression of him. He was actually on, was it last week or the week before?
So they are going to be part of the Worlds Collide tournament, which is going to be the thing that's going to air before the Royal Rumble. There's no NXT takeover during the Royal Rumble.
I'm calling it now. If nobody big shows up at the Royal Rumble, that shit's going to steal the show, going to steal the weekend.
Yeah.
God damn. Still remember the versus Luke Harper. Still, that's gold.
Let's go Edge. On this day.
Shit.
All right. And then the last match, and I think this honestly, was the probably women's match of the year.
Maybe.
Right there.
Maybe.
I think this is the first time, besides Bianca, and even Bianca, they didn't really show her strength that much against Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
So you had Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship match. And goddamn, this was a fantastic match.
it was a great way to showcase how strong she is, how much tenacity she is, like all the character she is.
Yeah.
Like at one time, her like almost going out, grabbing the ref, and her eyes just looked like she was like possessed. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, good work, man.
So
Good work.
my little thing, and it has nothing to do with the match. It's just in jet wrestling in general. Why
Hmm.
don't they do the three arms thing anymore?
I forgot why.
Like,
I don't know if there was ever a reason given, but I remember like it was WWE that was like around the first time where it stopped.
yeah,
Yeah, I would say it was like maybe 2 years ago when they stopped doing the 3 count.
like I feel like it helps build for that momentum shift.
I do too.
Like you get that one, then you get that two, then three, and then she powers up and tries to get out and shit. But then again, I feel like wrestling now is trying to go more into a realistic approach in how UFC handles things.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
that's the thing. I think that's the reason why is the fact that how UFC handles their submissions and shit. They trying to copy in that sense. And I
You
think
won't.
that's why.
Don't do it.
I miss the three hand thing.
I do too.
I also miss a good like right after three count, like right after three kick out.
Yeah.
Like you're almost there to kick out, but you just fucking
Just
missed it.
yeah, yeah, that's
It
true.
just tells stories. Like again, wrestling is about stories. You could easily tell a story by little things you do, and that's something that you can easily done.
Yeah. If I want, see, all right, this might be a controversial opinion, but did you hear the Talk is Jericho with just recently with Vince Russo?
No, I have not,
He, yeah, he said it about like maybe 1,000 bros. Let's just get that out the way first. Yes, he did.
bro.
But
Bro.
I'm not gonna fucking lie. The shit he was telling Jericho, it was almost like he was slapping AEW in the face.
Yeah.
Because the shit he was saying, he was because Jericho came at it from like an inquisitive standpoint. You could tell he was like picking his brain.
Yeah.
And I hope to God that he takes some of the stuff he was saying to heart
Don't
because
hire him though.
no, don't hire him. But like when he says like characters are dead
Yeah.
and storylines like being grand, they mean something. He's not lying, dude. A lot of what's wrong with wrestling today is people trying to make it seem real.
Yeah.
It's not real. And it's like we get that the magic is gone, and it's not like you just want to go all 100% balls to the wall fantasy. No. I understand that,
Yeah.
but there's a lot where, like, with the way, specifically to AEW presents the wins and losses matter.
Yeah.
We want to have a athletic competition. It's like when you frame it in that light, a lot of the stuff like the Dark Order falls apart immediately, and he referenced that 100%. And so, it's just in general, all federations need they cut that realism shit out, dude.
Yeah. Well, there's a type of realism you need in wrestling, especially depending on the storyline and how you're treating the storyline.
But it has to be portrayed not by you saying realism. And
Yeah.
I have to say that's 100% directed at Seth Rollins when he said that regarding intergender wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's like he could have been more specific with what he said. He left it up to interpretation, which is like realism. It's like no, there's a story to be told there.
Yeah.
You don't say that. You leave it up to the writers to do that. You know what I mean? It's a certain way you go about doing that. It's like they both got to learn that lesson in today's world because there's a lot of shit you could get over that, but the fact that they always got to put too much realism, and I think that's why Brock's champ.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's that, and also the fact that again, like Lesnar is this big. They make him a big attraction, but I think you could easily have anyone else step in that role and probably have that same reaction.
Yes, you could.
Look at Daniel Bryan, 100%.
Just to have faith that you can write it well,
Yeah.
and have your guys do it. Your guys and girls act it out believably. That's what you want.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Look at NXT.
Yeah. It's
Prime
100%.
example. Like, you know what? I'll get like when we get done with the wrestling, I'll get into that letter that I was telling you about that Dave Meltzer hit
Yeah,
on
yeah.
AEW, and I 100% agree with him too. And I really don't agree with him a lot of the times, but this is something he favors. He had to be straight up honest about it.
Yeah.
Talking about it now, AEW. We had Lucha Bros versus Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. It was okay. Again, like I'm not gonna say no bad about their athleticism. They're both fucking great. The match and where it's gonna be and the story that they're trying to tell sucks.
The story is what left me like in the dark because I
Yeah.
watched it like 100% attention, and there's gonna be a botchamania for this one
Yeah.
because freaking was it Phoenix? He sprung up to do a cutter
Yeah.
after Kenny hit him with a move, and he hit nobody, and it was just like, well, we got to keep on moving.
Yeah.
So it
And
just looked.
then something I have a big thing is their TV transitions to commercial.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You had Pac come out to have a promo to Kenny Omega, which was going to build the story, and you have the TV cut out on Pac's promo and his attack on Kenny's best friend.
Yep.
Which we're supposed to know that that's his best friend. Like, I didn't know he was his best friend, but we're supposed to know that that's his best friend.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You might as well just attack his girlfriend.
That's true. But you're right though. Like, that hasn't been established in a way where everybody should know that.
Yeah. But what bothers me the most is that why your TV is cutting off and people are actually fucking telling you the story. That they need to fix that like really bad because their transitions from TV to commercial is fucking terrible.
Gotcha.
It will honestly will turn you off onto finding out what happened next.
Okay, understood.
Darby Allin, Cody Rhodes versus Butcher and the Blade. Darby pretty much said, "I'll tag team with you as long as I get another match, a rematch with you."
Okay.
He's like, "I won't betray you. I won't." Sadly, and something that I feel like they're kind of dropping the ball with Darby. I feel like he's one that they could easily build a story upon, and they're not. He's popular. He has a big buzz. He gets a big pop. He has solid matches, and not to be nothing but him and Moxley has some good matches. Him and Janela had some good matches. Like he performs really well. Yeah. He's one of those young stars that you want to build for the future, and I think he's one of them. Same thing with like Jungle Express. How your most popular baby faces have not won a match yet.
Wow, I did not know that.
So it's things like that it's dumb. Like they're booking stupidly, and I think they really, honestly, like as much as you talk about WWE and their writing and have too many writers, and I think they have too many ideas and they're not executing on them.
They don't have enough filters on AEW, I would assume. They said they don't have writers.
No, they don't.
They do it by committee or whatever. They spitball ideas and go that way, but they need somebody with the pedigree to edit them. And I think that's like, that's what is usually what you hear about Vince Russo.
Yeah.
His madness need to be toned down with somebody with a fine tooth comb to put.
Honestly, if he did not have control of creative control and just wrote and they had to agree with it, I think he could benefit AEW.
Yeah, I think
like,
as a
consultant, needs to be controlled though.
Better as a consultant.
Yeah. Like he needs. Yeah, go. What you say?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say not creative, but on the outside looking in, yeah.
I think I think he could be part of the creative process if he's controlled. If he's not controlled, then he starts doing his stupid shit like he did in WCW and what killed him, and also in TNA, which hurt them. But if you actually give him and let him spread his ideas and use what you like and discard what you don't like, I think he could help you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Also, you have the minds of Arn Anderson and Dean Malenko in backstage. Why are you not really picking their minds and how these matches are going?
It blows my mind.
You have DDP back there. Like, you have guys that are really good storytellers. What, they're not good at teaching how to tell stories?
Then that's on the performers then if they can't take the direct.
There's a lot of, I'm going to say this and I'll say this right now, there's a lot of issues going on in AEW that they need to fix going on to the next year because you could, like, honestly, I'll tell you straight out, they have not sold out they have not sold out a Dynamite taping since the first one.
Gotcha.
They have not sold out. The last pay-per-view did not sell out. I was there. I saw half a crowd empty.
Gotcha.
The Chicago one supposedly sold out, but I want to know how many of those tickets AEW bought themselves to give out to like fucking the fucking t-shirts, the pro wrestling shirt tees and shit like that, because that's what they did with the first Chicago show.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's a lot of like if and shit like that, but they're not make. Honestly, I don't think that what they're making with that company is not a good enough turnaround to keep investing at a certain point.
Mm.
And that's gonna be a scary point for them. They really have to find themselves right now.
Gotcha.
What else? We have Brandy and Awesome Khan. I don't care about them, so I really just wrote I don't care. Brandy has the Nightmare Collective, and then you have the Dark Order, which are pretty much the same fucking group. It's just one with boobs and one without. Well, they have boobs, but they're man boobs.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
And they have They have some fat white dude in their Nightmare Collective that kind of looks like Val Venus now, which Val Venus is very fat and like white and bald and
really
and looks and drugged up. He's a big pothead now.
But why is he fat? Man, oh, he used to be,
Honestly, if it is Val Venus, I might be interested. Hello, ladies.
Oh man, it's funny you mentioned him. The Vince Russo brought up that character.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was like some a political guy.
Yeah.
But he was nothing like Val Venus.
Yeah.
And like he said, once he gave him the character, he just found a way to do it so well.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I mean about any talent being able to come up with work within the confines of somebody giving them an idea and execute on it. If you trust him to do it.
And then also, Brandy is not the best person on the mic.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, execution helps, and when it's poor, I can see you not wanting to tune in.
Then you had Jericho versus Jungle Boy. If Jungle Boy lasted 10 minutes with Jericho, I was supposed to lead. So he just had to lead. So this is my shit with it. First of all, Jungle Express is supposed to be your big baby face tag team.
Okay.
What's his name? The big one.
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus is popular, very popular, very good. Gets a big pop. Jungle Boy gets a big pop, especially his family there and all. And then you had the little one. I forgot the fucking name. I don't really care about his name. Yeah. Anyway, you have the biggest baby faces. You're one of your biggest baby faces there besides the elite people. Why haven't they won a match yet? In collective, singles, tags, trios, lost every single one. I don't get that. So this is my thing. Jungle Boy was supposed to last 10 minutes with Jericho. He did. Shouldn't he get the win for that match?
Yeah, he beat the stipulation, I guess.
They didn't give him the win. Jericho got mad, and they added 2 more minutes. And then Jericho won.
What? That's fucked up.
So, honestly,
was that like story though? Like,
yeah. They just turned me off with that whole thing. I was mad about that.
Yeah, I get you.
Statlander versus Britt Baker for number 1 containership. Match was very sloppy. Wasn't the greatest. Statlander has potential. Don't have her talk. She's not a great talker. She kind of does the weird shit. And you letting her do that is not helping. You kind of got rid of Sakura, which I think was your best women's person at the moment. Like, she had the best matches so far with Statlander. And you just took her out the number 1 contendership completely.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad about that. Especially after I saw her dressed as Chun-Li. Like, I'm like a very big fan of her now. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'll take her in NXT.
Yeah. She would flourish in NXT.
So, I'm just saying, go to NXT. They'll treat you good. You can do Chun-Li gimmick and all.
Mm-hmm. She's not even trying. Just let her do it.
What else we had here? Statlander is not a promo person. I wrote her keep her character in the ring, because she like try to honk Tony Schiavone's nose and shit, and she's like, "Oh, I'm an alien," and this, and then it's just not good.
Yeah. It's all having a theme. It's literally just the character's ability to perform whatever it is. You can get over the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
But it's how you do it. If you're good, you're fucking good.
Yeah.
And not. Yeah.
They don't have any good ones.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
If you look at WWE, look at fucking Santino.
But you know what's okay? Look at Sandow, and that's like the
Sandow,
perfect
yeah.
example of an absurd character who's why do I want to see him here?
Yeah.
He's a complete wimp. He gets beat.
Yeah.
He's not a threat, but he's so convincing and just able to get you like invested in whatever he says and what he does
And
because
he's booked right. Like he wins when he has to.
yeah.
To piss you off.
Yeah.
That's it.
It works. You just gotta find a way to make it work.
Yeah. Anyway, last match was the tag titles match. Young Bucks, SCU. Solid match for the most part. I think they work really well together. That those tag teams have history, so they all work really good together.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the Dark Order come out. Pretty much do the Zam Mazak thing.
You gotta make the picture for this podcast. Like, I know you can't make it a GIF, but oh my god, it has to be that guy punching Dustin or whatever.
I'll try to find a picture of it.
Oh, it's so.
So, first of all, you had all these dudes of the Dark Order destroyed the whole baby face of the Elite roster.
Gotcha.
They took out Kenny Omega. They took out the Young Bucks. They took out Christopher Daniels. They took out Dusty Rhodes and the Natural One and all this shit. Cody Rhodes, and they all got their asses handed to them by this random team of jobbers with two guys that are the main heads. You had them full frame on the camera, the dude pretty much punching the ring and the dude selling it. That's disgrace right there. You gotta know where the hard camera is. If he couldn't see, then you should not have the mask on them.
You're right.
It was really dumb, really tasteless, and it was stupid. I watched this whole thing and I'll shout out Jabstar, douche chills all over that shit.
Yeah, I got it just from watching that clip, dude.
Douche chills all over that match, all over that shit. I really hope AEW gets their stride. Right now, it's not good. I don't give a fuck about how it's different from WWE, but you know what? WWE found a way to make WWE not WWE, but NXT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're right.
Still watching WWE? That's how they get you. We say it's NXT, but it's really WWE.
Mm-hmm. Look, it can't be you. Like, it's that when you got something that works and you put effort into it and time into it and you go through all that to make it so good, like, you can't deny it. That's the thing.
Exactly.
So.
But you know what? Move on. I give AEW. Man, I'm gonna give it a D+.
Okay.
I have no faith in the character building of the show, and I think that's the reason why I drawn out myself with the show. I get bored. I get bored really fast. Honestly, I'm glad I watch NXT first, but then I'm ready for disappointment when I watch AEW. So it's sad. I should watch AEW first, then I could be happy with NXT.
You're right.
Because no matter what NXT does, they can make a fucking good show. Their champions are not on every show. Their tag champs are not on every show. But when they do it, they mean it. They make it mean something.
You're right.
So, moving on. Before I get mad.
What's left? SmackDown?
SmackDown. It's Friday night SmackDown. I said it was a solid show.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. But again, like I said, Mark, my only problems were just it feels like some talent is getting wasted.
Yeah.
The ones that did there, why a Fire and Desire just now jokes. She got beat by Carmella in like 5 minutes.
So
like
I had my issues with that too. Like this is one of my notes. So my issues is I think Fire and Desire could be a lot bigger, but they do need to gather wins, and Sonya is very misused and misunderrated. But Carmella, on her side of her winning this match, is the fact that she has not been on TV since R-Truth.
Yes.
So establishing her and getting her a win kind of helps her as well. So you have two people that are not being used correctly, and kind of you need to at least jumpstart one of them. So they jumpstart Carmella instead of Sonya Deville.
I feel that was the wrong choice because Sonya didn't get her chance.
I feel that we need the tag champions on both shows again.
Mm-hmm.
They're way too. But then again, one is concussed out, so she ain't gonna be on TV for a bit until she passes the protocols, which is about maybe like a week or two.
I don't mind them giving it up if that means there's a potential for Asuka having the belt.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
yeah. So I think them losing maybe the tag belts on SmackDown will help SmackDown a bit because Bailey and Lana and Lacey Evans is.
But not for Lacey's part.
No.
I think actually pretty good this whole time.
But anyway, WWE SmackDown Live. Daniel Bryan came out with a great promo. Miz coming out. It kind of reminds me of Team Hell No a little bit.
Okay.
Just with before they were like really connected. They're hating each other. They still hate each other, but they kind of had that father bond, which is kind of keeping them looking after each other.
Oh really? See, I didn't know that.
Well, Kane and they were just crazy, and then they just hugged each other and they hated each other. But yeah, you had the Xmas Heavy Machinery versus Revival match. I thought it was actually a fun match. That bump on Legos, I felt it.
That was my my match of that night, man. Because like match quality wise, there was nothing really super like oh my god. Well, okay, I gotta give credit where credit is due to the New Day versus Cesaro and Nakamura.
Yeah,
gotta give credit. Kofi did something I've never seen him do before.
Yeah,
that jumping Hurricane Rana with just his legs, I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
like him.
That was good.
Like. That was him and Cesaro. They have extremely good chemistry. They had the spot
a lot together before when they were single competition.
Boots him out of the ring, and Cesaro goes like completely feet overhead. Like they're really good together.
Yeah, man.
It was making me think, yo, Kofi should be headlining a pay-per-view, man. Come on.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't like. Honestly, if he would have on SmackDown, I'm surprised they didn't give him Kofi for. Like have him versus Kofi for the WWE title when he had it.
Yeah, man.
And
shout outs to that clothesline that Big E gave Nakamura, because Nakamura, he did a complete starfish.
Yeah.
Like if you freeze frame it, he was upside down and his arms were straight out and they still weren't touching the ground. It was hilarious. How did he do a cartwheel in midair?
I don't know. Nakamura's
Big E
skilled like that.
Yeah.
I did like the interaction with New Day and Carmella.
Yeah, when they danced after the match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Mm-hmm. They kind of brought back the mixed match challenge because that was Big E's partner.
Corey, you gotta watch your girl. Why come she always dancing with black men? Not even speculation. It's just true.
Yeah.
She just Corey, man. You gotta type your game up.
Strowman comes out for the save after the New Day Nakamura match. I actually really liked the match. It was really fun. Strowman got a nipple ring.
Braun Strowman.
I sold the nipple ring. I was like, oh shit, he got a nipple ring. Comes back with a nipple ring.
I was just thinking about where the hell is he? Yeah. But he was hurt, right?
Yep.
So, all right.
So he's back. He's going to probably fight for the IC title.
Before he flattens Sami Zayn.
Yeah. And then Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler versus Brian Miz. Great match.
The match was pretty good. I just like how one-sided it was with Miz was like whooping their ass. I'm like, Miz, damn Miz, what's up? It's Super Miz. What's going on?
Miz is mad. He became the Taken. He became
oh shit! All right.
Set of skills.
I like it. All right, go ahead.
It was a really good match, really good rated. And then I kind of feel mad that we didn't get the full ending of Bray Wyatt coming out with his promo.
Was that supposed to? Like, did they say? Okay, cool.
Yeah, he came out after that match.
I like how it adds a new wrinkle of Baron Corbin is now involved.
Yeah,
you can slowly get him away from Roman Reigns.
Yeah, good show though. Good SmackDown overall.
Yeah, it was good. Again, I still feel it was like I sent you the promo, the backstage thing with Mandy.
Yeah,
and the ham thing. I'm like, it was kind of funny, but my thing is, why Mandy just had a ham? That's it. She kissed the fat man on the cheek. That's it. I'm like,
Man, Otis getting love. Let him get some love, man.
It was because it's Otis. All right.
Yeah. um. So Uncle Dave is not really happy with AEW right now,
Mm-hmm.
and he pretty much wrote pretty much a statement about AEW right now that he's just not happy with it. I'll sum it up for you. He's a little pissed off that Kenny Omega is one of the biggest stars that there, and he's kind of just there.
Gotcha.
He talks about NXT, and he talks about AEW should be equivalent to NXT and not WWE, and they feel like they're going into that route of being trying to be like a WWE kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
And
Like
yeah,
that's the vibe I feel is like they're taking parts of WWE instead of like just trying to reinvent the wheel.
yeah. And
So
I feel like they need to be different. Look what, see, this is the thing is especially because you have a lot of the guys from Lucha Underground and things like that. What Lucha Underground got big was it was different.
yes, it was completely different,
It was
different
it was
format and
a sitcom.
everything.
It was a sitcom with wrestling in it.
But okay, you know what? You know what really was one of the strong parts that got me to like just be like, holy shit, I want to watch this. It was just it's it completely changed the entire viewing like process. It wasn't the same way. It wasn't all right, and they go to a commercial like the same way. It was like almost like a telenovela with wrestling. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it had like
it's a sitcom.
a,
It was
a
it was a sitcom with wrestling.
but it felt more serious. It felt like more like a TNT drama
Yeah,
almost. You know what I
it's
mean?
still
I
a
get what you mean by
sitcom.
sitcom, like it was a reality show, but sitcom means like Seinfeld. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, well, it's a TV show. It's a drama TV show. It was like watching Sons of Anarchy with wrestling.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I mean. Like a more like, but it was just like it hit you with the, dude. I gotta watch this next week.
Yeah, you had people die. You had people fucking. And then you know what? This is the reason why I probably like NWA a lot. It was set in the same way as NWA. It was a big
Okay.
set. It was one big set that the whole
Okay.
world evolved in that one set.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. But but also like the reason I like NWA is not exactly the wrestling.
It's
You know
the
what I mean? The
it's the
wrestling matches
style.
are like B to C. They might get a you might get an A quality match with the question mark.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is presentation and the each match takes on like a different tone. You can tell of the less serious matches. You can tell the serious matches. Some of the stuff in AEW just feels like, what is this?
yeah.
What is this for? You know, is this? Am I supposed to be 100% invested in this? Like it, you know, it
Like
just doesn't
what
feel.
crowd is this for?
Thank you, thank you.
Like I understand you're probably doing stuff for like the indie crowd, and the TV and indie is a whole different style.
You're right. You're right.
It's not the same crowd. It's like you're like you could get away with botching mat moves in an indie show, and they would just be like yay because they're drunk half the time. But
Yeah,
on the TV show, they're gonna call you out on it every single time.
yeah.
But
You're right.
it needs to be different. It needs to like because even Impact, for some reason, Impact has been good, and I wish I was keeping up with that more than AEW right now.
You know what's funny that okay that you mentioned Lucha
Yeah,
was just that when all those people went to TNA, went to
yeah,
Impact,
yeah,
and they turned it around how they presented their show,
yeah,
and that's what got more people interested in it. That it wasn't just trying to copy WWE or WCW. It was
yeah,
trying to be something completely different. It didn't even copy Lucha.
yeah.
That's the thing. So that's my issue with AEW now is that it feels too much like you said. They copied the blueprint of 2000, 1999, 2000s WCW, which is the complete wrong era,
Yeah.
and they feel stuck like that.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a big issue. And they need to fix that.
yeah, 100%.
Jericho can't be the one that draws the attention off your company the most. He's
Yeah,
the only guy that kind of has his niche. He's the only true baby heel there that gets heel reactions and makes sure he gets that heel reaction. Him
and
getting a heel,
Moxley
yeah,
can't be the other
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You know, he
And then
can't be the
Moxley's not even like baby face or heel either. You don't know what he is.
no. But what I mean for to get the viewership and
Yeah,
people invested, his promos have been one thing that's like they'll make for a good talking piece. Like when you talk about AEW positively,
yeah,
usually a Moxley promo will come up or a Moxley match will come up.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, they're basically surviving on those two guys because Kenny isn't doing anything that's like making people go, holy shit. He's
Yeah.
having matches, but like, I hate to go back to the Russo thing. These guys are fucking throwing themselves all over the place. And it's like, what the fuck does it even mean?
Yeah. For nothing.
Just watch the show. And you kind of feel like that's the Jim Cornette old man take, but at the end of the day, it's what they're doing to themselves. They really are just throwing themselves around for no reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's a lot of work that has to be done there.
Mm-hmm.
Little thing before we end, WWE 2K20 has a big update for the game. Added the Wasteland package, which is pretty much like Bump in the Night. It's a storyline kind of thing, but it's in a wasteland, kind of like Mad Max in that style. You play as Seth Rollins going through the rankings of the Grand Champion. The style looks like a wasteland that is in a desert and everything like that. The ring looks all sand up and shit. It looks pretty cool. You have Samoa Joe as a God of War looking character. You had Jack Gallagher, which was a steampunk guy, which I'm a little mad that there was no steampunk
Gimmick infringement.
Becky Lynch.
Gimmick infringement. He looks just like Becky Lynch, but a male version. It's hilarious.
But then it gives you options to unlock other things, like Rhea Ripley has one thing. Roman Reigns has like a snow mountain gear. Roman Reigns for some reason, I don't know why. So it's up there. They also added back the creator title, so that's in the game now. So at least they're working on it.
Have you tried to make a belt yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I just looked at the options and stuff like that. It's kind of like the same thing as last year. Nothing really changed.
Okay.
I feel that this company needs time. I think 2K21 should come out WrestleMania time to give them a full year of work, and they can probably change a lot of the things. They have potential things that were actually pretty good. Like they added this curb stomp from the second turnbuckle, which was kind of cool.
That shit looks vicious.
So I was like, all right, I can see this and stuff like that. But it looks like it was a creative move, which the way the guy takes it is like his head goes straight down and he looks like he's itchy and shit. So. Yeah. Yeah, but WWE 2K20 new updates up. So if you own the game, just download it. If you actually have the season pass, you can get the Wasteland. There's 2 more packs coming out throughout the years, throughout the next year and whatnot. I know one is the futuristic one and the one is another one which I can't think of it right now. Southpaw Regional Wrestling. That was one of them.
Oh, okay. So what is it gonna have like
Southpaw.
Commentary by everybody in character?
I have no clue because Jericho's not there no more.
Oh, you're right.
But you have Fandango and John Cena.
Oh shit!
Because they were the commentators.
Wow. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
maybe that's the news story that's going around.
Yo, if Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are not their characters in that pack, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
I would imagine everybody would be like, why even do it? They were one of the best parts.
That's the rivalry I want to see. I want to see him fight because he took his jacket and shit.
Oh, shit, man. That's so good, dude.
I guess we wrap it up.
Yep.
This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. You can find us every Sunday morning around 11:30ish. We'll start our wrestling review and everything like that. Follow us on Twitch TV, Mark with the Mic on here. You can follow. This is live every Sunday. You can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, SoundCloud. This YouTube, all Mark with the Mic. We do have link tree on this page that you can easily go and find all our links, even the Red Cycle links, all there as well. You can find the full edit version on the SoundCloud. What you got, Louis Beans?
Yep. You can catch me everything Red Cyclone Inc. That's Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube. You can catch the podcast on SoundCloud. What else? Tumblr and WordPress.
Yep.
And that's all Red Cyclone Inc. Make sure you check it out. Mark has the Facebook group too as Red Cyclone Inc.
Yep.
In addition to all that stuff, check that out too.
Yes. All remember, peace out. Later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sal the Drunk Yeti, Commander Farrell, and a couple other people that are actually joining the chat. Thank you. And stay tuned for Guest But I Swear. We'll probably start around 1:30. We'll have Commander Farrell on there, so we could just make fun of him and the sandwiches down that packet. So take it tuned. So always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Sandwiches.
Peace out, laters, and watch wrestling.